All right, everybody, it is time for a new round of previews, and it is for Game of Thrones 2.0. Yet again, it's the preview that just won't quit. This time, it is for House Greyjoy.
I'm glued to my seat.
House
Literally,
Greyjoy,
I have to be physically glued to my seat because I want to just
in.
shoot right out of it right now.
You
You guys know the Greyjoy is my dogs.
Steven doesn't sew, they don't sew.
I've been playing Greyjoys forever.
That's right. So, we're going to kick it right off with our exclusive Covenant preview, which is Alanis Morissette Greyjoy, and she is a 3-cost, 2-strength, intrigue, and power icon Greyjoy character who is not loyal, by the way.
She's not loyal, and her hand is up under her chin like she's thinking.
Maybe she's trying to get that
I'll tell you
jaw
what,
tightened up.
I've never done this when I'm thinking. Maybe
she's got some weird mannerisms, but anyway, she's House Harlaw traded, and she's a lady. And then she reads, while you are first player, reduce the reserve value on each opponent's revealed plot card by one integer.
Okay.
Done.
I mean, that seems okay.
For 3 costs, I think this is a really good deal.
I'll tell you what, though. This Alanis is nothing like the Alanises of the past.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, because we're talking about like 1.0 cancel Alanis.
We're talking about Alanis.
1.0 discard. Was she a miller?
She used to discard cards in the opponent's hand indefinitely. You could stand her up and do it over and over again for support of Harlaw and that kind of nonsense. So this one is like balanced and normal, which is fine too, but it is a bit disappointing. Now that said, we haven't even played this game yet. We don't know really what we're talking about. So reducing the reserve value could be pretty significant.
Well, I would say that it's highly significant. Most of the plots that I have seen don't have notably high reserves. We're talking about 4, 5, occasionally even as low as 3. When a plot does have a high reserve value, to me it seemed the exception, not the rule. So if you're cutting that down by even 1 point, it can be significant.
Robert's correct on that. But I would like 2. That's all I'm saying. I would like 2.
I would like 2.
Let's talk about a character that is just mind-blowingly crazy.
Also near and dear.
Just incredible.
You made a deck around this guy in 1.0.
This actually will work now.
This will work now.
This is Mr. Danfur or Danfur.
Dampy.
Depending on what part of the country you come from. 3-cost character.
Danfur.
3 strength. Only a power icon. He's not interested in intrigue. He's not interested in military. He's interested in the Lord, the drowned Lord.
That's right.
He is drowned god traded first, and that's important to note.
What a fantastic trade, by the way. Just saying.
Just let us know it's first. It's not even. It's number
Mathematics.
1 thing. Drowned god, Ironborn, like apparently everything is in the Greyjoys and always will be, as is 1.0.
House divided.
And also a lord. He has a reaction after you win dominance. Put an Ironborn character into play from your dead pile. Shut the front door. You're lucky I'm glued into this seat because this is the craziest card.
This is unbelievable. Okay, so if Greyjoys are anything like what they were in 1.0, as they are in 2.0,
well, they're already better.
They're either going to be first or second, only rivaled by the Baratheons in terms of dominance potential.
Yes.
So this
captured cogs.
Exactly. This is something that I would anticipate is going to be fairly regular, if not easy, to pull off.
This is crazy, guys. This
is your dead pile.
This is a 3-cost character that presents a threat that you have to deal with every dominance phase. You could kill my Euron Crozat. I don't care. I'm bringing him back in the dominance phase. What's the point? I mean, it's insanity.
It's disturbing.
And the Greyjoys appear to want to go first, so I do all my challenges. Oh, you killed an Ironborn. Boom. I get him right back in. I leave a guy standing. It's insanity.
I don't care if he dies. Dampy. Bring him back.
It's insanity. How about Asha?
Asha Greyjoy. All right, so she is yet again a lady, but she's also Ironborn. 5-cost, military and power icon, 4 strength, not loyal again. What is with these unloyal Greyjoys?
I don't know. Did Asha ever turn?
I muddy the water between what happened in the books and what happened in the show, so I can no longer really differentiate with certainty. But anywho, she has stealth and then reads reaction after you win an unopposed challenge in which Asha Greyjoy is participating. You stand her. How many times is this going to work? She has stealth, making it that much easier. It's
just like an awesome, strengthful, stealthy character that keeps standing up.
She only costs 5, everybody. She costs 5.
Of course you run it. Let's move on to Balon Greyjoy. What do you think about the art on Asha? This is a very specific style that are on some cards.
This is the wily Asha kind of art that I was looking for in the 1.0 cards. There was that old classic one where she's got like the double axes near the cross, but she's like doing some Conan hand pose. And it's like, not quite really what I expect from Asha. But this is like, this is the tude that I think sums up Asha.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. All right, on to Balon, a 6-cost character, military, power, 5 strength, Ironborn Lord. You can bring him back with Aaron.
That's right.
Renown. While Balon Greyjoy is attacking, each defending character with a lower strength than his does not contribute its strength to the challenge.
Read that flavor text back.
I think we've seen this before.
Gotta read that.
I am the Greyjoy, Lord Reaper of Pike, King of Salt and Rock, Son of the Sea, Wind, and no man gives me a crown. I pay the iron price, which means his crown comes from a
neck crown.
Not a body.
Oh, man.
Renown and the effect that we've come to love from Balon. All I'm saying is these guys are going to love some House Tyrell.
And this is, I think, this is a superior. No, it's this almost identical mechanic. I guess it's the
identical.
first one. Yeah. That's right.
So yeah, this is great. I mean, I assume it's going to be good.
By the way,
he looks like a Balon that I want to follow. None of the Balons in first edition were good looking.
There was no good Balon art in first edition. This looks intimidating, scurry. Call it what you will.
It's like, who's this old man, and how did he get control of the Iron Islands?
Why is he so wizened and broken with this awesome ability? I don't know. Anyway, next up we have a 7-cost character for the Greyjoys.
The real
How are
one.
they supposed to buy that with iron? I don't know. He's a Tricon, everybody. He's got 6 strength. He is loyal, and it's Youre A Cost. He's an Ironborn, Lord, and Raider. All 3, big stuff. Pillage. What's that do, Steven?
Pillage. Whenever you win a challenge, just got the top card of your opponent's deck. Boom.
Miller. And then he's also got Renown, and then reading reaction. After Youre A Cost discards a card using Pillage, put a location from the losing opponent's discard pile. He also had Pillage.
Yes, he
did.
He
just did something.
He just did it.
After you, from the losing opponent's discard pile into play under your control.
So it could be the one you just discarded, or it could be the one that's already in there.
The previous one.
Hey, listen, I'm going to tell you a story. We've seen all these. We've seen all these 3-cost locations that are bonkers.
That are bonkers. Moreover,
give me like Alanis Porter, or Casterly Rock.
I can't tell you the number of times. Telling you, everybody, really, so you guys know, but Hugh, Steven, how often I want you to make a mill deck in 1.0, and you're like, I don't like it. Yeah. But now it's like, there's actually a reason to. Not only is it like undercutting the cards that they get, but now you get to capitalize on actually doing that in the first place. This is what
we call Greyjoy 2.0. What? They're pillage as a real thing that's going to matter, and I like it, because it was always just scattered amongst the breeze.
And that art is phenomenal. This is also a really good encapsulation of who Youre A Cost is.
It is true.
I love it.
Let's move on to the Great Kraken, a 3-cost location. It's a warship. It's unique. And oh my goodness, it's loyal. No one else is sailing this thing. Well, you control Balon Greyjoy. He gains stealth. You got the ship out. Balon's got stealth. And now. Lower strength than his don't contribute their strength to challenge. He can just start running the board. He just runs it. Reaction. After you win an unopposed challenge, either draw 1 card or gain 1 power. This is like a little sea stone chair mixed with a little longship stealth victory.
If it didn't cost 3, I'd tell you it was OP.
Yeah, but 3 is the right.
3 is the right cost for this card.
Cost.
I love this. They're really doing a good job, and throughout the previews and all the cards we've seen, they're just nailing the balance in terms of what you're getting for what you paid for it. Paul. Love it.
Unopposed challenge, you get a choice, card or power.
Twice per
round. Excellent stuff.
Yeah, and again, self-limiting. It's like, yes, twice per round.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for there.
All right, next up, it's our first event for the Greyjoys. It is Youre A Cost. How about that?
Look at this card.
Risen from the Sea. Art is phenomenal. Steven and I have been going crazy over this art for a little bit, ever since we've seen it. And then it reads, interrupt. When a Greyjoy character would be killed, save it. Then attach Risen from the Sea to that character as a condition attachment with the text terminal, which means
that whenever the character goes away, a lot of times, I would say in all non-terminal situations, attachments go back to hand. But if it says terminal, then they go into the discard pile.
Correct.
As far as we understand it.
As far as I understand it, we understand it. And then attached character gets +1 strength.
There you go.
Love it.
It's the classic Risen from the Sea. This is you got to have this in the game. I mean, this is like Greyjoy. This is it. This is the card.
Fundamental.
And I'll tell you what. In first edition, I tried my hardest to not run this card for years, and it always made it back in there.
Where do you draw the line between running a card like this and running cancels, which you have some philosophical objections to?
Just run this one. Don't bother with the cancels. Cancels are crazy. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I can talk cancel theory forever. Just run better cards than your opponent.
Was the 1.0 version Greyjoy character only?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
It sure was.
I can't remember.
That's a great little card, guys. I love it. And then if he does die, or you Risen, and then if he dies again, you bring back with Danfur.
And then Danfur's there, or you save Danfur with a Risen, then he'll save somebody else.
Then he'll save somebody else.
Gotta save yourself first before you can help the other guy. Put on your mask first before you help your child.
Strength for dominance. We do not sow 1-cost event reaction. After you win an unopposed challenge, Choose an attachment or location controlled by the losing opponent and discard it from play maximum 1 time per challenge.
Thank you.
This is going to be the stable Greyjoy card from the beginning forever.
Yes.
Location and attachment removal, it answers all the questions.
Yes, and this was something that we really only got a taste of late in the game in 1.0, which as opposed to just direct destruction for locations from Greyjoy, this is a form of like manipulation itself.
Absolutely, man.
So I love this a lot.
let's it's based on challenges. It's based on challenges.
Yep.
It's just you winning
Yeah,
on
it's
those
not
challenges.
just
I don't just get it. It's not a newly made lore, and I'm not just like, oh, get rid of a location.
I played this character.
You got to work for it. This is the point of the
Make
game.
Make it happen.
Love it.
Because if that were the case, the Lannisters would have won this game forever ago.
1,000 years ago.
Yeah, I'll write everybody a check. I'm the king now. All right, next up we have a 1-cost item. It's a throwing axe. It's a weapon, of course, not a garden tool. It's Ironborn character only, reading reaction. After you win a challenge in which attack's character is participating as an attacker, sacrifice throwing ants.
Throwing ants.
Throwing axe.
The ants.
The ants. This is how you get ants. Throwing ants to choose and kill a defending character.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
This is an attachment that I'm talking about. I want to run that. I want to kill opposing characters.
I
want to kill some dudes.
I like this because you have a whole lot of shtick already about unopposed challenges, and I like that there are things that play to that. However, this one is just saying, hey, those Greyjoys are a bunch of savages, and just going to the dance party with them means that you might get killed.
Impossible. It's like going to the rave at Gen Con. You never know what you're going to find.
Yeah, exactly. I was just having a good time doing the Macarena, and then a throwing axe just came out of nowhere and clocked me.
Hey, I got to tell you, this is the kind of attachment you need to disincentivize blocking, okay?
Yes.
Defending. This is just like, oh, well, I could throw my 2-cost unit. It's like, yeah, you can, but you're going to get axed. Now, what I don't know...
You're going to get axed.
What I don't know is a sacrifice of an attachment go back to your hand? Okay, this is what we don't know yet. We don't know it yet, but if this goes back to your hand...
I have to assume not.
It's crazy.
I have to assume
I think it's
not.
anytime the character is discarded with an attachment on it, it goes away. But if the attachment is directly discarded,
I feel like sacrifice means it has to go to the
It's got to go to the discard pile.
Because that axe is in my head now. How are you supposed to get that back?
Well, you got to pull it out.
Oh, no. What is this, Lord of the Rings?
Seems fair. I don't know.
Anyway,
guys, there's the Greyjoy preview, and my goodness, what an amazing one that it is. I can't tell you how excited I am about it as a Greyjoy fan. And just, we're going to be allying with House Tyrell. I mean, come on. Plus strength everywhere.
I've already called it.
Minus strength everywhere.
Lannister plus Tyrell's going to make
with plus strength. Can you imagine that Balon with like 8 strength? Oh, here
I can. It's terrifying.
Hey, Balon, nobody gets stupid. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Dang.
That's a heck of a preview.